This is a continuation of an earlier video where we have been asked to evaluate logs without using our calculator. So the first one we will look at here is a log of understood base 10 of 0.01. The first thing to do is if you have a decimal of this type, actually rewrite the original problem and instead of a decimal, write it as a fraction. So this is 0.01, which would be 1/100th. So make yourself a note that if you have a decimal, you always want to rewrite your problem. Okay, now that we've rewritten our problem, I'm going to go ahead and put in the understood base. This is log and there's no base written, so it's base 10. So we're basically saying here 10 to what power would be 1/100. Well, if the argument is a fraction, specifically 1 over some n value, that's either a perfect square, perfect cubed, or so forth, then our exponent is going to be a negative. So in other words, you can think of it this way: what power would you have to raise 10 to get to 100? Well, it would be a 2. But to make it 1/100, it would have to be a -2. Because I know by definition, negative exponents are rewritten as positive exponents by flipping the value, putting the value in the denominator and making it positive. And we can see here that 1/10 squared would be 100. So the answer here is the original exponent, which would be -2. Next problem over is very similar. Okay, we have a 1/n type of argument. So basically here we're saying 4 to what power would give me 1/64. Well, we know because it's a 1 over, the power is going to be negative. And so what you can think is 4 to what power would get me to 64? Well, 4 to the third is 64, but it would have to be a negative. So 4 to the -3 we know is 1/4 to the third, which would be 1/64. So the answer is -3. Okay. Next two problems down, both of these are somewhat special. The first of which, we have a log with no base written, so it's log of 10. And then we see a very large, I'm going to say, power of 10. Okay. In this particular case, what we can do as a trick is if the argument is a power of 10 and your base is 10, then the exponent answer is the same as the number of zeros in your argument. So here we can see 4 zeros in our argument, and the reason being is if we take 10 and we raise it to the 4th power, then that would give me 10,000, which has the 4 zeros. So this answer is just 4. Next problem over. This is something that we always want to rewrite. And the way I know we want to rewrite it is because my argument has a root on it. If you have something that has a root, always rewrite that root as a power. Okay, here we'd have log base 5 of 5 to the understood 1/3. And so here, if you have a third root, there's that understood 1 underneath with the 5, and so it would be 5 to the 1/3 power. Anytime you have a root, always rewrite it as a fraction power. Now that we've rewritten it, we can use another rule. Another rule is if you have the base of your argument matching the base of your log, the answer is just the exponent. And so in this case, the answer would just be 1/3.